All right, y'all. We about to get into this video of Americans crashing out about the economy, bro. It's no secret. It's not easy out here, bro. Real talk. But listen, before we get into it, I need you to like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget the. And I know it's the end of the week. I know it. I know you're running low on them. I still need it though. Real talk.
This economy is so messed up. You just buy some groceries and it feels like you're irresponsible with your money. Like you end up asking yourself questions like, did I really need that shampoo and that deodorant? Or am I just spoiled? Did I really need that garlic powder seasoning and that olive oil?
Yes.
Or what, man? Like, it's crazy.
Is there any way in which your life has gotten better during this second Trump administration?
Keep it real.
No, not at all.
No, absolutely not. I have nothing.
I don't know how to answer that one.
Have you seen any way in which your life has gotten better during this second Trump presidency?
No, not at all. In any aspect, no.
Pathetic.
Has it gotten worse?
Yeah,
Yes.
everything as far as economy, so much worse. Everything harder to pay for, and just, I would say like society too, a lot more tension than there was, a few years ago. But I feel like that's being, the flames are being fanned a little bit more by the administration.
Since President Trump has become president the second time in a second term, can you guys name one way in which your life has gotten better?
I don't know if this has affected me personally, but like overall, like economic things when it comes to like the actual government, I think has like been able to be a little bit more stabilized, but I don't know about like me personally.
I mean, I feel like I don't pay attention too much to all like the specifics of everything, but I think it hasn't gotten necessarily worse, so that's a good thing.
I just put $20.
A lot of people will say that when the fact of the matter is, if you still live at home with your mama or somebody, which I'm pretty sure they do, or they may be college, I don't know. But when you got people who depend on you, like dependents, kids and things of that nature, maybe you got a stay-at-home wife. I don't know what y'all got going on, bro. You can't tell me that your money is stretching further than it used to. You can't tell me, bro. I know what it's like to go buy groceries and the shit is crazy. When I know it wasn't crazy a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, man, shit wild out here, bro.
In my gas tank because I'm broke as shit because this economy sucks, right? Tell me why on E I got a whole quarter tank of gas. Keep in mind, $36 used to fill my car up.
Facts.
What fucking world are we living in?
We're in a depression right now, but the only reason why it's not called that is because the wealthy people are wealthier than they've ever been. It's not a depression for the rich people. They're doing fantastic. During the Great Depression, the average cost of a home was about $4,900, which today is about $90,000. That was about 3 times the average person's wages. In 2026, today, the average cost is about $410,000, which is about 8 times the average person's wages. This is not accidental, and this is not just inflation, it is deliberate overpricing by wealthy people to put more profit into their pockets. And this is working really well for them. Back in 1985, there were about 9 billionaires in the US, and now we have over 1,000. And we're even on track to get our first trillionaire. Can you even imagine? Can you even fathom how much money that is? Thing is, you can't. So let's put it this way. If you count
No, I'm smart. I know what 1,000 billions look like. That's $1 trillion. If you had $999 billion and then I came and gave you one more billion, you would be a trillionaire. And if you had $999 million and I gave you another million, you would be a billionaire. Just in case y'all was trying to conceptualize how big that number is, man. Yeah, bro, they got big numbers out here, man. You got a quadrillion at one point in time. There may be a quadrillion there one day. That's crazy.
one number every single second, it would take you 31 years to count to a billion. To count to a trillion, it would take you 31,000 years. Meanwhile, the average American makes $66,000 a year. 1 in 4 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and it costs about $159K a year to live comfortably. Believe you me, we are in a depression. It's just not called that because we don't control the narrative.
It'll hurt the...
We're not in a real depression for the simple fact they ain't out here handing us food and bread lines and shit like that, bro. Real talk. People still got jobs. People are still working. People are still paying their bills. When there was the depression going on, shit. Boy, they had people standing in lines trying to get food. Just a little piece of bread for one day. It was rough, man. You know, I wasn't there. I just heard about it.
Economy is just code for it'll affect rich people. Can't raise minimum wage, it'll hurt the economy. Can't abandon oil, it'll hurt the economy. Can't tax the rich, that'll hurt the economy.
Yeah, I see what you're picking down.
But
putting down.
half of all jobs lost to AI. Well, that's just the way she goes, you know. Nothing we can do about that. That's just the way she goes.
I deliver mail for a living, so it totally sucks.
What totally stinks?
The gas prices. I mean, why is it so expensive? You know, I mean, just fix it. And it's pretty sad. It really is. You know, there's no reason for it. None whatsoever. Just fix it. Come on, Trump, I voted for you.
They're rough.
She's just having the day she voted for.
They're rough. They're climbing constantly. It feels like every time I'm at the pump, I'm paying a little bit more.
Gas prices too damn high. They done doubled since we started the war. We shouldn't have been in the first place.
Bro, and there's just nothing else that you can cut back on, boy. There's no more cutting back on Starbucks, coffees, subscriptions. There's nothing left. I'm out here managing and budgeting using the vending machine. I'm going days where I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna eat for lunch. I'm gonna wait till I get back home. Ain't nothing else left to cut out.
I know what that's like.
It's crazy. I'm making the most money I probably didn't ever make. Ain't no probably. I didn't ever made. Yeah, I don't ever see it. It be gone. The bills be snatching it. I'm not even gonna say we not making enough money. Everything just too high. Ain't no way at 36 an hour, getting close to 40 an hour, you just barely making it. You just be having enough and maybe a couple hundred extra.
Yo, when I was like 20 years old, I was hoping, praying, and wishing for a job that just paid me like $15 an hour, $20 an hour. That was like good money back then. Man, this man saying he making 36 an hour and can't make it, bro. This is crazy.
That's crazy. What is going on?
And this economy is so bad, you'll be sitting there thinking that you bad with money, and all you did was buy food. And it's not even luxury food. It's not the good stuff. It's just enough to get by. So now you're looking at your bank account like, what did this? Eggs. Eggs did this. So now I'm doing the math in my head like, so if I don't eat out for 2 weeks, then maybe I could save up. Like, why are we treating food like a special event?
Fox News just had a conversation with Kevin Hassett, Trump's economist, about the fact that 13% of households are now in default on their credit card debt. And his answer is horrific.
The Dow.
This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. I hope you're having a good cup of coffee today. Yeah, 13% of households have now defaulted on their credit card debt. We're facing a private credit crisis in this country. People are saying that this is going to be one of those falling domino situations similar to 2007, 2008. But Kevin Hassett's response, the Trump administration response, well, we talked to the CEOs and they said they're doing fine.
Oh, yeah, they doing good.
He just shrugged off the fact that people are defaulting on their credit card because they're being crushed by this economy, by the inflation, by high fuel prices, all of the stupidity that was by choice, the tariffs, the war in Iran, all of this. And they don't care. Their response when this train completely derails is going to be exactly like their response to COVID when COVID hit. They're just going to pretend it's not happening and fuck the average American.
Should I get this juice? Nah, it's all right. You can drink water anyway. No, it's all right. I'll just eat some noodles at the house. That's okay. Nah, I'm good. I don't need it. No, that's all right. I'll just make everything dry. I don't care.
Gas is up, diesel is up.
It's all coming down as soon as the war's over.
Well, 70% of farmers say they can't afford fertilizer. What's your message?
The farmers are doing very well.
Let me ask you, what is your message to farmers? Many who support you, but who say they're struggling. Who say they're
because there's nobody been better to farmers. You know, I gave farmers last term $28 billion because China took advantage and other people. And you know who paid for it? China. Last term. You know, I had a great first term. I had the greatest economy ever. And you know what? This one's blowing it away.
What's your message to farmers, though, Mr. President, who say they are struggling, they're struggling to make ends meet?
Are you ready? Am I allowed to talk? You keep asking questions and you don't listen to the answers. I love the farmers, and the farmers love me, and the farmers trust me. In the first term, I had something very similar. China and others were, and Canada, who was brutal, they were taking advantage of our farmers. They don't take advantage of it anymore. I gave them $28 billion split up. They never had a payday like that. And the farmers love me, and they came back and they voted for me in record numbers. You know that nobody's ever even come close.
This is genuinely the worst economy to hate your job in. Like, every day I want to quit, but every day I'm reminded if I do quit, I won't even be able to afford a meal. Like, at this point, it feels safer to just be unhappy than to be unemployed. We've never lived in times like this.
America has become completely unaffordable, and I don't know why more people are not talking about this. Half of America doesn't even have a savings, rent is insane, healthcare is a luxury, and somehow the narrative is still people are just bad with money. What money? People are working full-time, most people have 2 to 3 jobs anymore because you have to. At what point do we stop blaming the people and just accept the fact that the cost of living has simply just outpaced reality? Because everything is this expensive, you have to know exactly where all of your money is going anymore. Like, a budget is just simply a necessity. You have to have one. Started using a budgeting app like mine to figure out where all of my money is going, but it does not make up for the fact that America is too expensive to live in anymore. If you're struggling, you are not alone.
It's not the avocado toast and it's not the Starbucks. I recently came into some money and I put a little bit into my savings and I kept $2,500 for spending this month, like the month of February. And I told myself, I'm not going to go crazy, try to pay bills or whatever. I'm just going to use this money for my regular day-to-day expenses, and then my paycheck will go to the regular bills and stuff like it always does. When I was looking at that $2,500 suddenly become $1,500, I realized that I wasn't being irresponsible. Stuff is too expensive. I wasn't going to fancy restaurants. I wasn't buying expensive things. I was just buying groceries, putting gas. Like, I got in the mail, oh, you went to see the doctor, you owe us like $75 after your visit. So I'm like, okay, I'll use this extra $25 to pay that. And went to like a few eat out here and there, nothing fancy. And when I saw how quickly that money dwindled in like 2 weeks, that's when I really realized why everything is so hard. Things are too expensive. This has nothing to do with making bad financial decisions or anything. It's too expensive. And $2,500 for some people is their rent. For other people, that's 2 months, almost 2 months worth of rent. So it may sound like a lot of money, but it's actually not. When you think about the average family, the average people, if you have more than one person in your house, you're spending like $300, maybe $400 on groceries. If you try to say you're spending less, no, you're not. We don't eat fancy stuff. We don't eat a lot of stuff. We get cheap stuff as much as we can. We cook a lot too. It's expensive. It is expensive to buy meat. It's expensive to buy fruit. It's expensive. Vegetables are still cheap, but everything else is expensive. And the politicians are lying to us. They really are trying to make us believe that it's our own fault because so many of these politicians are rich now. They don't know how much things really cost. They don't understand it because they have a massive buffer that makes the brunt of spending not really hit their accounts. The average person doesn't. And I have 2 jobs and 3 college degrees, so I should be allowed to buy my basic needs and more if I so choose. But because things are so unreasonably expensive, I can't. Go with that as you will. It's not that we're all in a bad situation. Some of us are irresponsible, but I think across the board, most of us are not doing as well as we'd like to be. And it's nothing that we can do. There's nothing we can do better. It's just all too expensive. Y'all have a good day.
Say, bro, crazy thing is this, dog. I know he ain't lying, bro. He said he got 3 college degrees and all of that good stuff, man. He sound educated, bro. He's articulate. He's a well-spoken man. You know, I know he ain't lying. I know he ain't. I'm too lazy to try to talk like that. I can't. It sounds forced. Yeah, I deliberately can't. I just can't do it, bro. I know the words and all of that good stuff, but man, people be liking to say, yeah, you need to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Nah, man, sometimes the system is rigged. Straight up. I know this man probably doing everything in his power to get straight, but it's hard out here, man. It's crooked.
There's nothing we can do better.
For somebody to prove me wrong is that I really believe that going to the grocery store has become just as expensive as eating out every single night.
Facts.
Because that used to be the message. Oh, you got to save money. You got to go to the grocery store. Have you been to the grocery store? As soon as you walk in there, you've spent $87. There is no savings to be had. And I really feel like they've designed it this way. They've intentionally designed it so that there's no cheap option. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that sounds conspiratorial, Mike. Well, who's they? Who's they? I don't know. Whatever faceless demons run this society, I have no clue who is they. But what I do know is that it's pretty much the same when you think about it. If you can spend $40 in a night getting a meal for you and your whatever, your family or your loved one, that's basically the same as going to the store, getting just the ingredients alone are going to be $40, and then all the groceries, you're walking out of there spending $100 for basically nothing, versus just putting a little thing into your little thing and you order something. And I know what people are going to say, oh, you got to be disciplined, you got a meal plan. Yes, but at the same time, if you apply that same discipline to like finding discounts online on your little apps, you can find deals the same way that you can find deals in the grocery store. And then you factor in that if you go to the grocery store, you then also have to put in all the effort of actually making the food. And who the hell wants to do that? Probably a lot of people, but not me. I'd rather just pay a little person to just show up on their little bike and give me the food. And I know that this is probably what the tech oligarchs want, but what are you gonna?
There's not a single person who can convince me that the economy is in a bad state right now when you have things like DoorDash, who reported earnings last week, and guess what? Record number of users, record amount of revenue. DoorDash is probably the most non-essential thing that anyone could ever use.
I agree with this take.
How could I believe anyone who claims the economy is terrible, that people can barely survive out there, if there are a record number of people using that app? I've made videos like this for the past 5 years or so, and the entire time I've had comments from people who have always said, just wait, it's all debt. You don't understand. The economy's about to crumble. It's about to collapse. No one can sustain all this spending. It's all just on credit cards. You just don't understand. Just
it
wait,
really
just
is,
wait.
though.
I've been waiting for like 5 years, and nothing's happened. In fact, my life's gotten a lot better over the last 5 years. Now, this is not me claiming that everything's perfect. I'm not claiming that there aren't issues. I'm just saying things aren't as bad as everyone says. The sad part is that pessimists who claim that things are worse than they are and that disaster is right around the corner, they're not happy people. They're miserable. Optimists are the people who truly enjoy their day-to-day lives, and then if something bad does happen, they just deal with it. They find a way. But claiming that disaster is right around the corner for like a decade and then it actually happening doesn't make you right. It just means you were wrong for 10 years before, the economy did its natural cyclical thing. But come on, as long as DoorDash is reporting record number of users spending a record amount of money on their app, get out of here with all that.
What he failed to realize is this. Some people are stupid, knowing damn well they can't afford DoorDash, but they still do it. Some people are lazy, knowing damn well they can't afford to use DoorDash because it'll be cheaper to just go out there and get it yourself, but they want the convenience of not having to leave their job or their work. Man, you really, really fail to realize how many people make bad financial decisions each and every single day. That's most people, honestly. Real talk. Me personally, I'm not ordering no DoorDash. I barely use DoorDash. I've used that shit probably, I can stay on two hands on how many times I've used it since DoorDash existed, bro. And I make a lot of money. I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I just go get my shit, man. It's like, damn, bro. Like, I'm not finna pay what would normally cost, let's say, $10. Y'all done hiked it up to $22. It just don't sit right with me. I don't care how much money I got.
Motherfuckers out here charging $900 to $1,000 for some motherfucking rent on a studio apartment. Bitch, you ain't even finna have no door on your bedroom. And motherfuckers wonder why my grown ass still at the motherfucking house. Like, bitch, I can't afford that with this little ass job I got. Then a car payment, then insurance, then you got to pay the bills, then you got to put groceries in the house. Like, bitch, it ain't even, the math ain't mathing with this little job I got. Then when I'm trying to find a fucking job, a different one, all these people hiring, ain't no calling back, ain't no interview. You go to the interview, you get bullshitted. Like, bro, you know how many jobs I done applied for within the year that I've been working at the XXX store? Like, bitch, and I still ain't got no call back for shit. I don't even want to be at that fucking store, but I gotta be.
Freaky frog.
Like, bitch, I can't. Hell yeah, I'm still at home.
If you are single, living in this economy, doing everything for yourself, you a bad bitch. All right? Like, gas is high, rent is high. Like, it is hard. Like, it is very, very challenging right now. Like, it is a privilege to get on a plane. Plane tickets are so high. Like, if you are a single mom, doing it by yourself, like, everybody need to be patting themselves on the back right now because, wow. And I don't see it changing for the foreseeable future, which is also extremely concerning. So if you put groceries in your refrigerator every week, if you pay your car note, if you pay your rent, if you doing all that by yourself, like, you need to give yourself some grace and be, like, incredibly proud of yourself because It is incredibly challenging.
You ain't lying.
Right now, as a single human being living in America.
The biggest recession indicator has to be that everything is empty. Like everywhere I go, it is empty. I just left the BMV, which is usually packed. I don't care what day of the week it is, what time of the day it is. There's usually a shitload of people in line. Today, I was in and out, right? After I left the BMV, I went to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants, which is relatively cheap, even though they had to raise their prices. But during lunch hour, nobody there, and this place is usually packed. Gas stations are empty. The barber shop is empty, man. Like, and I get it, when I feel like I have some extra money, I get my hair cut every week. I'm on a every 2-week basis now, but I think men are going a month or so without getting their hair cut, which is...
Hey, look, I'm going to tell y'all what men going to do when shit really do hit the fan. See, men are resourceful. Men are going to figure it out. You know what they're going to learn how to do? They're going to learn how to cut their own damn hair. I promise you that, man. Men, if it get to the point where the haircuts is too expensive and the economy is too bad, bro, they gonna figure, if I just go buy these clippers and get me a Riz, I can cut my own shit. That's what men gonna do. I know that for a fact. And if they got sons, it's gonna be even more reason for them to learn how to cut hair. Man, dude will watch a YouTube video and learn how to cut hair. And he'll be cutting all 3 of his little boys' hair before he go and spend $150 on 4 people haircuts. That's what a man gonna do. So, man, hey, look, to the barbers, bro, y'all better count y'all days or come up or figure something out.
A huge deal, because if nothing else, a nigga's going to get his hair cut, or a woman is going to get her hair done. And we've cut back. I've seen another creator say, like, we've cut back on everything that we can, right? Like, no more Starbucks. We try to pack our lunches. We try to do everything we can to be a little bit more economically frugal, right? But there's nothing else to cut back on. And I think we've cut back on everything we can cut back on, and we still can't afford our, like, basic necessities, bro. Like, I don't mean to be an alarmist, but I do think that, like, we are, like, at the precipice of a recession.
Every single day, I see a new video of someone coming on here crying because they can't afford groceries, crying because they can't afford gas, sitting here panicking because they don't know how they're going to be able to buy their kids food and clothes. They can't even get to work. People struggling to the point of they don't want to be here anymore. They're ready to check out. That's how bad it is. The economy is only good for the wealthy. It is absolutely piss poor for anyone else. And you got all these people up in Washington making $200,000 a year, plus all the benefits they get from stock trading.
Insider trading.
Living high on the hog. They don't even have to go to the gas station or the grocery store. They pay people to do that for them. They don't even know what the prices are. They haven't seen what the price of eggs is. They don't know. They just know they can afford it. They don't have to worry about grocery prices or gas prices. They don't ever see a gas pump or a grocery store. They have people to do it for them. That's why they're so disconnected from reality, because they live in a different reality. They live in a reality where everything is just in arm's reach. They don't have to worry about struggle. They have to worry about, can I afford this? They just buy it because we pay for it for them. And they're just going to keep doing it until we're all living in cardboard boxes. And I don't know about you, but I'll fight to the last drop of blood to make sure that don't happen.
The economy's so fucking bad, it'll have you thinking you bad with money, and all you did is buy groceries.
Anytime someone is struggling financially, there's always that one person that has to say, oh, you tried giving up the Starbucks. Oh, have you tried cooking at home? And I often wonder if these people realize that rents are $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And yeah, you could move somewhere where the rent is cheaper, but most of those places don't have any industry. There's no jobs. So then when you're trying to get to work from those places and the places that do have the jobs, your car is going to break down. And now you have to pay for those expenses because we don't have good transportation here in the entire country. We don't even have high-speed rail yet.
No, we're a third world country.
Not to mention, childcare is like $300 a week. And the jobs pay like $17 an hour, and they want you to have like 6 years experience and a master's degree. Utility prices have gone up insane. Mobile phones have like 17 different charges that I don't even know what the heck all those charges are. Colleges are overcharging, so you have to get a loan to even be able to afford to go to school to try to make your life better. And don't get me started on insurance companies, medical insurance companies, especially if you have some type of illness. You have to pay all these co-pays. You have to fight with them on things they may not even cover. So now you have medical bills. And dental insurance is absolutely ridiculous.
It's a scam.
And yeah, of course you can cook at home if you can even afford the price of food. And all sorts of corporations are getting greedier and greedier. If you live in an HOA, the HOA is trying to nickel and dime you for everything. If you live in a mobile home community, guess what? They're going up on the rents too and charging more than mobile homes have ever cost before. And I could literally go on and on and on for like an hour, but I just want to say this. If in the midst of all of this that people are going through, they want to have a drink, a little sweet treat, let them have that. Like, people are suffering enough. If there is any joy that they can get from maybe treating themselves sometimes, they have a right to that. Like, if I'm broke, can I at least have some joy in my life? Jeez.
This is genuinely the worst economy to hate your job in. Like, every day I want to quit. But every day I'm reminded if I do quit, I won't even be able to afford milk. Like, at this point, it feels safer to just stay unhappy than to be unemployed. We've never lived in times like this.
Unhappy, unemployed. Unhappy, unemployed. I'ma choose unhappy, bro. Straight up, man. I need a job, man. Who gonna pay the light bill? Who gonna pay the water bill? Who gonna get groceries, man? I gotta do what I gotta do, man. And I know y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. It's rough out here, bro. I always tell y'all, go to the gas station and go look at what the person behind you just spent on gas, man. I seen a motherfucker put up 75 cents, man. I be seeing $3. $5. Man, every once in a while, you might have gone to a pump where somebody filled their shit up. It might have been me. I fill mine up, bro, because I'm in a position to do so. But man, if I was making the type of money that I used to make when I was in my early 20s and things of that nature, like many people are, man, I'd be putting $3 in there, here and there, $4 in there, you know, just trying to stretch my money, bro. Even though at the end of the day, you going to have to come back to the same gas station regardless if you want to keep driving your car. I know what it's like to struggle. So I'll never fix my lips up here to try to shit on somebody who coming to the internet complaining about not being able to afford groceries. I really hate people like that because, bro, at one point, your ass was broke too. Now you acting like you better than somebody, bro. Chill out before it all come crashing down, bro. The world got a way of humbling you when you get on your high horse, bro. I've seen it happen too many times, man. Real talk. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all doing everything in your power to make sure you stay afloat. And yeah, man, don't forget to hype me up. I need that. He gon' beg at the end of the day.